All right, how many happy fans do we have today? Hey, let's go Seahawks! They scored 43 points! Let's go!
Yeah, something's not right here. I thought you were the resident Packer fan and not the Seahawks fan. Where did you get that jersey?
I've never heard of... What do you mean, where'd I get this jersey?
Where'd you get the jersey from? You just suddenly had it.
Yeah, so fun fact, I'm gonna show this off because I can. This is actually a Marshawn Lynch jersey, like from the year that he went beast mode. And I got that from working at Nike. And they gave it to me for free because when I worked at Nike for a short bit, they had like all of their like leftover like merchandise that they didn't sell, and they would just like let employees buy it by the pound. So I didn't want anything else that was there, so I picked this up. I walked over, I put it on the scale, and they looked at it, and it registered as like 5 ounces, and they're like, "Bro, just take it."
That's really funny.
No, I'm still a Packers fan, unfortunately. But listen, that's just me getting down on them. I don't think they were that bad, but we'll get to that. So anyway, welcome, guys. We're gonna get to that, okay?
Welcome.
Anyway, Tom's happy.
This guy's happy because his team won by what was it, a shutout, 30-0 or something? It was crazy.
Like that was. I actually have that up as one of my shout outs. If we want to look at that, has your team won by 30+ points in a shutout this season? No. Yes. That's incredible.
Insane.
I think the Packers did that one time last season against the Saints. But to do it against the Falcons is quite the shout out indeed.
I'm riding this high for the rest of the season.
Yeah, if they lose every other game from here on out, you're like, okay, but we shut out the Falcons and
not going 0-17.
There you go.
Let's go.
Wait, can we look at this real quick before we even derail into anything else? What teams still have a chance to go 0-17? Who's still in the hunt? We've got the Jets, the Dolphins,
the Giants, yep,
the Texans.
Texas.
Oh God, that sucks.
The Titans.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. And then NFL the NFC, the Giants. You were saying, and the Saints. So we still have some contenders for the perfect season. Shout
the Saints are going to make it 0-4.
Okay,
the Saints are going to make it 0-4.
Out of these teams, who do you think is most likely to go 0-17?
I was going to say the Browns, but then your team ruined that.
Okay, we're going to get to that. All right. We're going to... All right. For me, it'd have to be
I think everyone.
The Jets, the Titans, or the Saints. Those are my 3 picks.
Yep. I agree.
I'd say Titans.
Titans I mean, are the most likely.
Mickey Callaway is on the hot seat.
Okay, but we're going to get to this later too, but I actually have the Titans winning this week going up against the Texans.
I believe it.
Oh, God.
I believe it.
The first tank ball.
They're both 0-3. Someone's coming out of this with a win, okay?
Goodness me. All right, let's get to our game. Get to the shout-outs and get to our game.
Shout-outs. I would like to shout out not just the Chargers for being incredible and winning 3 games, but 3 divisional games, and memeing about it on Twitter with this wonderful Jimmy Neutron. This is a divisional win, and the teacher's like, Chargers, this is the 3rd week in a row you've shown a divisional win in class. I love this so much. This was like the highlight of my week. I'm not even a Chargers fan, but I decided to be a Chargers fan this week just off of this meme. So let's go Chargers.
Jimmy Neutron memes are perfect. They're
so
beautiful.
True.
I love them.
So true. All right, we have a couple more I want to get through real quick. Not a lot, right? Just a couple, though. One of them is this beautiful mic'd up from Myles Garrett, who is still by far like the best pass rusher in the league. I looked at the stats, right? It's like big clump of people, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, right? Like, and it's
he's all the way up here in this
like,
corner.
It's weird.
I can't reach him. He's so far up. Everyone else is like right here, and I can grab him in my hand. Here's Myles Garrett.
Way up there.
He's on the top shelf. I can't reach him.
You could crop it, and it would look like that Michael Parsons is in his own league against all of these other pass rushers. And then it zooms out more, and then you've got Myles Garrett, who's in his own league outside of Michael Parsons, who's in his own league outside of the rest of the pass rushers.
Jerry, it's Micah, not Michael. Come on, Jerry, get it right.
Micah Parsons. Myles Garrett.
I know, right? And then everybody else, right?
Everyone else just down here.
If you guys didn't hear this mic'd up of like the lineman,
Jordan, run!
Like, Jordan, run! And Myles Garrett's on the sideline being like, Jordan, Jordan, run!
I love that. That's incredible.
Jordan, run! They knew they messed up by not blocking Myles Garrett.
He knew he got cooked. He got cooked.
All right, those are all my shout-outs, though.
Can we shout out the fact that we picked the Falcons to win, I think, as part of our picks, and we did not get it?
Okay, we also picked the Giants to win, and they failed me. Russell Wilson threw
hold on,
how many interceptions?
You two picked the Giants. I'm the only
it was our
sensible one in that
Bro,
one.
can you believe it, guys? Check out this Giants score. Can you believe they lost 6-5 against the St. Louis Cardinals yesterday? Because that's what comes up when you type in Giants score, because the New York Giants are so miserable, it won't even show me the score!
That's incredible.
Just saving your sanity.
Right. Type in New York Giants. Let me look at these player stats. Like how many he threw 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, and they were all just like airmail all the way down to the end of the field. Like he was trying to replicate what he did against the Giants, where he's all like, "Dude, screw it. This one for 3 touchdowns last week."
Oh yeah.
And
that's against the Cowboys.
That's more of an indignation on the Cowboys defense than it is about the Giants.
Oh, the Packers are gonna eat good this week. Oh, yes, they are.
I don't know if I can trust the Packers after losing to the Browns.
Okay. You want to get into it? Do we want to talk about the Packers first? They were one of the first games. So were the Panthers. So either one, I'm okay with going first.
Go ahead.
Right,
Let's get some sadness out of the way.
All right. So
let's break up the sadness with some happiness.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do sad, happy, sad. It's like a sad sandwich.
It's a happy sandwich in the middle. Yeah.
It's a happy in the middle, right? I'll get all of the I'll get all of the excuses out of the way. So the refs were terrible. The sun was in Jordan Love's eyes. The Browns are using artificial sound in their stadium.
Of course,
God was on break that day. Obviously, the Packers are his favorite team, so whenever they lose, it's just he wasn't paying attention. That's
of course, yes.
That's what it was. But legitimately, okay, so what really did happen, because I watched the game, and it sucked, and it was hard, all right? So number one, I will give it to the Browns. They have a phenomenal run defense. They even did the same thing against Derrick Henry, held him to 2 yards per rush, and they did the same thing to the Packers. Nobody could really get anything going. Josh Jacobs, 16 carries for 30 yards. Did not look great at all. Even Emmanuel Wilson, who was one of their best rushers, only rushed for an average of 4. Jordan Love was the other best rusher on the team, where he was scrambling, and I think had one purposeful read play where he faked the handoff and ran, and he got an average of 4.5 yards. But they have a good rush defense. That's just the Browns always have. So when you have to rely on passing, you need to take time for the routes to develop, and the routes aren't developing if you're getting sacked in the pocket within 2 seconds. Obviously, the Browns have Myles Garrett, excellent pass rusher, literally a league in his own, over the league of his own. Micah Parsons, who's over everybody else.
Top shelf Myles Garrett.
He's up there. He's a phenomenal player. I'll hand it to him. But what
top
really
shelf
hurt,
player that even the tall people couldn't even reach up and grab it, you know?
All right, Noah, you're gonna get on my shoulders. We gotta reach all the way up to get Myles Garrett. Ready?
I don't even think our
3, 2, 1.
I don't think our height would even reach it, you know?
All right, but here's the biggest issue that happened was the fact that the worst players on the Packers offense, and I have a stat for this pulled up actually. The worst players on the Packers offense was the line. Everybody on the line put up the worst performance they've ever seen, and that's because 2 linemen got hurt. Aaron Banks and Zach Tom got taken out and replaced with Jordan Morgan, who was literally the reason that the field goal got blocked. So I think it would have been a tough and rough game the whole way through, but because of the fact that you're out 2 of your starting linemen and you have to rely on backups, yeah, no wonder they're getting to Jordan Love as fast as they did. They pulled off, 5 sacks, and it's going to be a tough day. The Packers were able to move the ball down the field a couple times and did get, like a field goal and a touchdown, and that's great. But it's not going to get you very far if you're not going to be able to protect your quarterback. The thing about an offensive line, and this is just me stating the obvious, it is a link, and your link is only as strong as your weakest link. If one guy can't block, somebody gets through, and that's a sack. So unfortunately, It is the offensive line that kind of lost the game, but I'm not going to put it all on their line. Jordan Love threw a horrible interception. He read a man-to-man that turned out to be zone. That's on him. He owned up to that. And yeah, it was a bad play. And then, of course, the blocked field goal, which happens once in 100 times, except for this Sunday, because it happened 3 different games. Five different games? Gosh.
No, I'm saying there was like a total of 5 blocked field goals or something like that.
Yeah, it was insane. It was a lot. It was crazy.
Two of them went back for touchdowns.
Yeah, there was some weird energy with the fact there were 5 blocked field goals that entire first string of games on Sunday. Like, good grief! Like
something's in the Kool-Aid. Someone put something in the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, every single football game that is played is never a 100% to 0%. There's always a chance that the other team can win, depending on what happens, what goes right, what goes wrong. Unfortunately, this was one of those times where everything went wrong for the Packers. They had probably, if I had to give this an estimate, it was probably a 95 to 5%, right? And we happen to land on that 5% where the linemen get hurt. There's an interception thrown. There's a blocked field goal. All of these things lined up. And, of course, the penalties. You can say that they were ticky-tacky. You could say they were bad. Fact of the matter is that some of them were not, and they shouldn't have happened. And the Packers still had some of the most accepted penalties of the entire week, once again, because, of course, they did. They always do. So It really just happened to be everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I don't think it's over for the Packers. I think it's fine to start 2-1. If you were to take these 3 games in a chunk and before the season even started and told me that the Packers go 2-1 after the first 3 weeks, I would be okay with that. I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fine. It just happens to be that the Browns were the loss that everyone expected to be the win that sends everyone into turmoil. But I have no doubt that they bounce back next week against Dallas, a much weaker defense, and the Packers' defense is still strong as ever. Because I was telling you guys last week that the Packers were top 3 for points allowed because, they were even holding some of the most dominant offenses in the league to low scores. Both of those offenses who have been scoring a lot these past couple of weeks. The Lions looking phenomenal, and even with a backup quarterback, the Commanders were one of the highest scoring offenses this week. So it still shows that the Packers have a great defense. And because of the fact that the Rams gave up so many points to the Eagles and the Chargers gave up so many points to the Broncos, the Packers have actually moved into the number 1 spot of least points given up. And if you look at the stats, every single one of the Browns' drives was 30 yards or less, -1. So, again, the Packers should have won that game. They didn't. Here we are. We move on. They go 16-1. We're fine. So, I'm not going to overreact to it. I overreact a little bit, but I'm not going to overreact to it. I was literally watching in call with another Packers fan that every single play, he's like, F this, F that, hate it here. Sell the team.
Yeah.
So, we love Sam. I love
Sam. I'm not going to do that, though. I understand that you are not going to go 17-0 and that any given Sunday, any team can win. And sometimes that's just how the dice rolls. But if the Packers can continue beating the good teams, then I have absolutely no problem with them dropping a bad one in September. As long as they play well in January, that's what matters. Anyway, how did I do? What do you think? Grade my performance.
5 out of 6.
I'll take it.
I will say there's no excuse for your line because you replaced one lineman with 2 first names with another lineman with 2 first names. So it should have worked.
You think so, right? You think that that's how it works. Like, Full Metal Alchemist, the law of equivalent exchange. Matthew Golden caught a pass, though, and he should have ran it for a touchdown. But that's okay. He'll get it next week. I'm sure. I'm so confident.
For sure.
The Tucker Kraft knee thing scared me for a little bit. I'm actually glad I didn't start him in fantasy because Dalton Kincaid did so much better on the Bills. But it was still a good showing by the receivers. The ones that, when the ball was thrown, it was usually caught. It wasn't dropped passes. The issue that we had last year. So as long as the line can keep Jordan Love protected, we're gonna be fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. That's one sad piece of bread laid on our plate. Now let's get to the happy meat.
Oh yeah, let's get happy.
Happy meat is crazy.
When you force Kirk Cousins to come into the game, you know
A
something.
Kirk Cousins sighting. The Falcons are still shopping him. Just a first round pick, guys. Just call up Atlanta. They'll happily trade Cousins for a first round pick. No big deal. Sure, he's 30, whatever, and old and not as good as he was, but just one measly first round pick for Kirk Cousins. Come on.
He was
That's
5
not
for
so
7
much.
for 29 yards.
No better than what Penix did. Okay, so the first thing I have written in my notes about the game was what happened?
That's a great question. What did happen?
What happened? Was it the Chipotle lunch I had? Do I have to order Chipotle for the rest of the year so the Panthers can win every game?
It's the underwear.
I mean,
Don't wash the underwear.
Oh,
Nope.
too late.
Nope. Too late.
I did laundry yesterday.
Oh no, now they're gonna lose next week. What did you do,
Yeah.
Tom?
This is an awful turn of
I'm in
events.
shambles. I'm in shambles.
Can't
Okay, but
believe
no,
it.
seriously. I was overall, start to finish, it was great for the Panthers. Let's see. Bryce Young didn't turn the ball over. That's the big
That's
thing.
a big plus. Didn't I tell you
Yes.
last week, if you minimize the mistakes, they're a good football team. Not great, but good.
Nah, I wouldn't say that yet. But not turning the ball over definitely helps. Bryce Young, 0 turnovers this game.
That's
The
good.
Panthers did turn over the ball over once. That was on a muffed punt. It's whatever.
They didn't even let them score off of it though.
No, because the Falcons kicker, just new second week here, missed both his attempts. And what's funny, and this is when I should have. It was not going to be a good day for Atlanta. On his second missed field goal, he missed that field goal with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter.
Oh, it was a sign.
Yeah,
It was a
you
sign.
You can't escape it. You will never escape it, Atlanta. Run from it. Hide from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Yep, absolutely.
Can I just point out, because I know you're probably going to get to this, but it's so ironic how the Falcons cut, what's his name? Younghoe Koo.
Yeah.
Because he was missing too often. They bring in this new guy who actually nails it last week. He gets 5 for 5 and then an extra point as well. And then comes in this week and misses the 2 opportunities that they have at any points.
You know what's
That's
funny?
incredible.
What's funny?
You know what's funny? A Panthers rookie, I can't remember his name. He tweeted after the game, just one hashtag. Justice for Younghoe Koo. That's all he tweeted.
Maybe it wasn't his fault, guys. Maybe they were too harsh on him.
Oh, but it was
awesome.
it was great. Panthers had 3 turnovers during the game, which you're gonna win a lot of games if you win the turnover battle.
Oh, absolutely.
But first turnover, pick 6, really bad pass for Penix. He just throws a blind check down, and he doesn't see Shad Smith-Wade just looking, just like, ooh, I'll take the ball now, and now I'm walking into the end zone. Second interception, it's a little on Penix, not really though. His receiver did fall down during the route. I think if the receiver had stayed up, it still gets picked. What's funny on that one, Penix makes 2 awful attempts to tackle the returning quarterback, Michael Jackson. but
Not Michael Jackson.
His name is Michael Jackson. Swear to God, his name is Michael
On
Jackson.
the same play, I should clarify. On the same play?
On the same play. On
the
the
same
interception. On the interception, Mike Jackson gets the interception. He's running back. Penix, he makes 2 really bad attempts to tackle. But because of those attempts, Jackson trips over Penix, and so he has to catch himself, stops, and he's like, oh, what do I do now? Oh, I know. I'll run backwards to keep going. So he ends up losing 7 yards on the interception. It's fine.
That's really
it's
funny.
fine. The Panthers still got points off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last turnover, it was just the sweetest one of them all. It's garbage time. There's literally 37 seconds left in the game. You know, the Falcons have the ball. They're just running to get the clock out. And for whatever reason, they call timeout. They called timeout with 37 seconds left when they didn't have to. The game was over. They just let the clock run down. So I'm like, okay, but why? Okay, but why would you do that? Next play, the ball gets punched out of the running back's hands. Panthers recover, and I'm just like,
no.
ooh.
I don't want to talk about.
Take your dirty birds and get back down to Atlanta. Get out of here.
Go down a couple states, you're fine, you know?
Yeah. Take 85 and go back to Atlanta.
There you go.
You know,
It was so good overall. And the fun fact about that game, the Falcons didn't snap the ball inside the Panthers' 30-yard line. They didn't even sniff. They didn't even sniff the end zone.
That is incredible.
I'm sorry, the worst-ranked defense last year did decent? For real?
Didn't sniff the red zone, excuse me. Yeah, wasn't even close.
That's crazy.
First time in 2 years that a team hasn't gotten inside an opponent's 30.
That's wild. And you know what's even crazier? Another fun fact about this game, I'm showing it now. The Panthers, aside from points, lost in every other metric. They had less yards, less passing, less rushing, yet less yards per play, less third down efficiency.
Yeah, if you purely looked at the box stats, you would think that Atlanta won handily.
Right? More penalties.
I have this toxic trait whenever the Panthers win. I like to go to, opponents' social media. And I ended up on the Falcons subreddit. And this guy just posts, if you look at the box score, it looks like the Falcons won easily. But apparently points matter too. So
gee, that's a shock.
If I were to look just at the team stats, I would think this would be like a 17-10 or a 17-14 game, right? Like it looks like maybe the Falcons scored 2-3 touchdowns and a field goal, and the Panthers maybe got like a touchdown and a field goal, but like that's 30-0 is wild.
30-0. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you take it and you're happy and you're just like, we're riding this high for the rest of the year. Yeah. Okay. I love another thing. I love like storylines and whatnot. And so last year, when the Panthers won every game, it felt like someone who on the other team who lost got fired. We would dump the Carolina. We would dump the Carolina Reapers, and we struck again. The Falcons wide receiver coach Ike Hillard got fired today.
Wow! Just for losing to the Panthers.
Yeah,
that is incredible.
And the Falcons OC got demoted to from the press box down to the sideline.
That's so funny.
The Carolina Reapers strike again.
That's so good.
Man, all those times that the Panthers were like firing people, like didn't that happen to the Saints?
Yeah,
Dennis
Allen got fired when the Panthers beat the Saints. Let's see.
I like to think that they're responsible for Derek Carr retiring.
No.
I know, they're not. But he watched that happen from the sidelines. He's like, I don't even want to play next season.
In all honesty, this game was won because Michael Penix made a lot of mistakes. The 2 interceptions, he made like really bad mistakes. He was like 500 on, he was like 16 or 32 or something. So if you're gonna make mistakes and you can capitalize on it,
yeah.
So I will leave with one final weird stat. I just love these weird stats that sometimes I find. Michael Penix has started 6 games in his NFL career, starting from end of last season.
Mm-hmm.
He is 0 for 4 when his opponents have scored more than 7 points.
Wow, that's wild. He really needs his defense.
December 22nd last year against the Giants, he won 34-7. December 29th at Washington, he lost 24-30 in overtime. January 5th, the Week 18 must-win game against the Panthers, famously defense optional game. He lost 44-38 in overtime.
Wow.
week 1 this season, playing Tampa Bay, he lost 20-23. Last week, they beat Minnesota 22-6. You know, and then now it was 30-0 the Panthers. If he needs a defense that can hold the opponents to like nothing to win, but it's 6 games, you know.
Sounds like you do really well on the Packers.
It's a nothing. It's a nothing stat, right? It's a nothing stat.
Mm-hmm.
So early, but it's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So it's a good one. I'm riding the tide for the rest.
As you should. You deserve it. You suffered for the first 2 weeks. This is your time. Enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. The happy meat's been put on. We need another sad.
We need that moldy bread on top.
Yeah, not the moldy bread. Oh no.
I'm sure Derrick Henry can drop it on a sandwich foot.
Oh yeah, no, he's really good at dropping stuff, isn't he?
Oh my god, the amount of times that Derrick Henry has fumbled things this season, just like good god, he wasn't like this last year. Like what happened to it? It was 3 times.
He had a nickel for every single time.
No. Last season he only did it like maybe once or twice or 3 times.
I think he had 3 fumbles the whole season.
The whole season. He's 1 per week so far, and I didn't even realize that he fumbled the ball during the Browns game. Like what? Like
it doesn't matter as much when like you're stomping the Browns. It matters a little bit more when like it's a close game.
Right, yeah, and like that to me for this week, the Ravens I think looked pretty good. Like overall, the game, the final score was 38-30. It was like fine. The Ravens didn't do poorly. It's just that the Lions defense really came out to play yesterday. They really were there. I think Lamar Jackson got sacked 7 times throughout that entire game, and I really think.
Can I just like step in? You know, the irony here is the fact that 30 points that the Ravens scored isn't nothing. That's still a pretty good amount. I think the Ravens, even after last night, are still the highest scoring offense in the league. It's just that their defense, I hate to say this, has given up the most points in the entire league. They are the Panthers defense from last year.
You don't want to be that. You do not want to be that.
No,
trust me, I have experience. You don't want to be that.
No, absolutely not. No, and like the Lions, look at the box stats here. Like the only thing the Ravens really had a head on was the passing yards. It's 233 versus 202, and like great, that's cool, but like, oh my god, Lamar Jackson got sacked 7 times. I feel like yes, defense is part of it to prevent the Lions from scoring, but also your offense needs to be like good and needs to be ready for these whatever play calls the defense decides to do. I feel like if Lamar Jackson didn't get as much if Lamar Jackson wasn't sacked as much, I feel like he would have held on to the ball for much longer, probably had gotten it further down the field. So like it's fine. It's just another loss. We're now 1-2, and it's not that big of a deal. We last season we started with 2 losses in a row, and we came back and were I think we were the first in AFC.
You were like 13-4 or something, or 12-5. Something
13-4. Yeah, 13-4, something like that at the end, and we were number 1 in AFC North and pretty close to number 1 in the entire AFC. Obviously, the Chiefs were 15 and were 16 or whatever.
They were 15-2 because of Devil Magic. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
they won every 1-score game they were in.
Exactly,
which was 9. So, they won 9 1-score games.
Yeah, the issue though is that the Ravens
team was
the Chiefs.
One of them.
True. The issue is that the Ravens play the Chiefs next week. And I like that game is going to be really tough to watch. I mean, the Chiefs won Sunday night against the Giants. I mean, that was obvious. I really think, but like, man, this is going. It was obvious the Chiefs were going to win that, even though we some of us picked the Giants.
We were hopeful.
Why did you pick the Giants? Then?
Because I picked the Chiefs.
Principles. Principles. Oh, well, you got to hold your principles up. There are picks to be made, Noah.
It doesn't.
We're losing the pick'ems game, Noah. Come on. We're losing to my wife and Tim.
Oh God, not Tim.
No, okay, so legitimately, I think number 1 overall is Tim, and then tied for like second is Vin and Carly.
That's really funny. Yeah, that is hilarious. But yeah, that game next week is going to be really interesting to watch. We'll see if Derrick Henry drops another ball and goes for the fumble. That is the only turnover the Ravens had, by the way, was that fumble. Everything else was just like 3-and-outs or whatnot. So, like I said, they look good. We'll see how they do against the Chiefs, but I don't have any high optimism that the Ravens are going to win next week. But you never know; they might surprise me.
Yeah, and I'll just piggyback off of this game, just like looking at the box score, you can see that the Ravens were in it the entire time. They literally were tied going into the fourth. It was 21-all. It was just in the fourth quarter where they finally collapsed. They weren't able to get anything going. Of course, the Derrick Henry fumble was a pivotal point, just like it was in week 1 against the Bills. That was kind of the make or break there. So, like, this was a very winnable game. They just happened to be going up the Lions, who finally hit their stride. And it was really just the Lions' rush game, right? When your rush yards, the difference is 85 to 224. That's where you're going to lose the game. They weren't able to get any ground game cemented. Derrick Henry really had nothing going. And in the second half, after the fumble, they didn't even give him the ball anymore. I don't think he had a single touch after he fumbled the ball. And that's probably because at that point you're playing from behind, so you're having to pass the ball more. But as someone who watched the game last night and didn't go to bed at 9 o'clock because I can sleep in until 9.
It must be nice.
Yeah, no, it is nice. I'll say it's nice. But it was just kind of hard to watch, knowing that they were in it the whole time and then just fell apart at the end. But that's just what the Ravens do. They need to be up by 3 scores so that when they lose it at the end, they don't actually lose. But that's what that really comes down to.
Yep, this has been my thing with the Ravens, that like they do so well in the very beginning and then find a way to screw it up at the last second. And I'm like, they haven't learned that. Something's causing them to keep doing that, and I don't know what it is.
The fact of the matter is, Lamar Jackson still played good, right? Like, if you look at his
still
stat
played very
line,
well.
21 for 27, almost 300 yards and 3 touchdowns is a phenomenal stat line. Derrick Henry even had a rushing touchdown. They played well. It's just that the Lions played better, and even though the Packers beat the Lions in the first week, I still see the Lions being a juggernaut in the NFC for the rest of the year to come, and it's going to be an interesting watch to see kind of how the NFC North plays out, but really like how a lot of these storylines play out, because I think if the Ravens can get their defense together, they're going to be one of the juggernauts in the AFC, and it just really comes down to them competing with the Bills in that point. So we'll just have to see. I don't really have any faith that the Chiefs pick it up. Their one win is against the 0-3 Giants, okay? Russell Wilson is throwing moon balls, so...
Fourth down out of the back of the end zone, getting booed off the field.
Why do you think they're starting Jackson Dart next week?
Justice for Jameis Winston!
I want to see Jameis Winston. I want to see him. But is that everything we got to say about the Ravens-Lions game?
I'm good.
Yep. All right, I'd say I'm good too. So you want to use that as a segue into guess who's starting for the New York Giants next week? Even though we totally just gave it away. Yeah, the Giants are officially starting rookie Jackson Dart on Sunday. And I said this on week 1 that they would probably do it around week 5. So they're a week early, starting him week 4 instead of week 5. A week early, but I did call it. I sure did. Did anyone actually see Jackson Dart do any plays in the preseason? What do you guys think?
I did not notice.
I did not. My comments mostly about Russell Wilson. Sometimes athletes get a rude wake-up call when they realize I'm past my prime.
Aaron Rodgers.
It's
Something in my throat.
It's like maybe it's 2 years past time to. I should have hung up the cleats. Like, I mean, I get it for athletes, for professional athletes. Stay as long as you can.
Make that money.
Get that check, and then retire when no one else wants you. But God, sometimes as a fan, it's so sad to watch the decline of these athletes who were once great. Like Russell Wilson in the early days of Seattle, I hated him because he was good.
Yeah, mobile and he could hit his target. He was great, and now he's throwing moon balls. So.
Now all he can do is throw the ball deep and hope for the best.
Why would he throw
sometimes
a dump off to the
wide
open running back who's open for the first down on 2nd and 3 when he can launch it into triple coverage down into the end zone?
60 yards downfield and sure gonna work this time. Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
Screw it. Someone on the other team's down there somewhere. But I did see Jackson Dart play. I think he actually has what it takes to maybe not bring the Giants to a winning record, but I think he's going to be able to sling the football. He's going to throw some touchdowns. He's going to make it seem like that they're in some football games. And I think when they're not playing the Chargers, he might actually win some football games for this team. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, who else do they play? They're playing, obviously, the rest of the NFC East, so I don't think he's going to do well against the Eagles. But I think he'll at least hang with the Cowboys. He might be able to beat the Cowboys.
They do play the Saints the week after, in 2 weeks, like after the Chargers.
He definitely is going to be able to pull something out there. Although
Saints, Patriots, Raiders.
Yeah, no, so they'll
Easy
be able
schedule.
to.
Bears.
I wouldn't say it's an easy schedule, but there are definitely some easier
It's
games.
an easier schedule than like our teams are in. Just
Yeah.
It's definitely tough because they have to play the AFC West this year, so that's tough.
fair enough.
Yeah. They're also playing the NFC North, so
that's
good luck with that
tough.
one.
Maybe the Bears, maybe.
They could probably beat the Bears, and depending on if the Vikings defense shows up or not. So we'll totally see. That is at home, but Jackson Dart for the rest of the year. I'll actually be kind of interested in watching some Giants football, even though can't really say I'm a fan of the Giants, but it'll be interesting to see the young rookie show off his stuff.
Absolutely. Speaking of money.
Oh yeah.
You know who's
Speaking of
making
money.
some money? It's my
Daniel
boy
Jones apparently making
Indiana
$100,000.
Jones.
Indiana Jones, my God, $100,000 per win.
That's crazy.
Hold on. Switching hats.
He's got a hat
Switching
for this.
hats.
Hold up.
He's got a hat for this. He's got a hat for this. There he goes. Let's go. He's got the hat.
The headphones ruin the hat. Let's go. $100,000 per win.
Dude, I wish I was making
$100,000
$100,000 per win, but that's wild. I think that literally was signed into his contract, and he's all like, wait, I get money every time I win? We should just win, guys. Why aren't we doing that?
Maybe that's what the Colts are 3-0 right now, and that's our
believe
surprise
it.
team, you know?
So, I mean, the fact of the matter
cool.
is that Daniel Jones, you remove anyone from the Giants, and suddenly they start playing well, right? It's happened with Saquon Barkley, happened with Xavier McKinney, and now it's happening with Daniel Jones. But also, he is literally, right now, the best running back in the league in his backfield, and Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's rush yards are more than every other team's individual rush yards. So that's counting both running backs and quarterbacks, like, you know, Lamar Jackson scrambles and Derrick Henry, and even when they give it to Justice Hill. Jonathan Taylor himself has more rush yards than every individual team. And that's kind of insane.
He has 338 yards for 3 games.
Man,
it's insane.
Crazy.
So, Daniel Jones is getting paid, and he deserves it. Look how happy he is. Everyone was ridiculing him for taking Anthony Richards' spot, but you know what? Maybe this is what Anthony Richardson needs is to sit behind Daniel Jones, watch the master cook, and then when Daniel Jones inevitably gets traded to like the Raiders in 3 years, then Anthony Richardson can step in and go 9-8, and everyone in Indianapolis
So
can be
are
happy.
you saying that Anthony Richardson is short round now? Daniel Jones, Indiana
yes,
Jones?
he is. He's like, okie dokie, Mr. Jones, hold on to your potatoes. But that's crazy
so
that,
real.
like, he gets money every single time he wins. I think the irony is that they probably put that into his contract, expecting that they're not going to win a lot of games. As kind of like, no, this is really it. They'll be like, okay, so here is what we're willing to pay you. So it makes it look like it's a big number, but a lot of it is behind bonuses. So it's like you have to win this amount of games, or for every win, or if you throw this many yards or get this many catches, whatever happens to be. So they want to make it look like that they're paying him a decent amount of money or even offering him more. And they're just hiding it behind all of these incentives. But guess what?
Right.
He's meeting those incentives. And so now the Colts are like,
They
oh,
won't complain.
we actually got to pay this guy. I mean, hey, we win in games, but we got to
Yeah,
pay
right.
this guy. I bet you.
You're gonna
I
get that
bet
money
you
back from stadium seat tickets.
I was gonna say they're gonna make all the money back from selling the jerseys. You know how many
Yes,
Colts
that
fans
is
are gonna
true.
buy this jersey now? That's crazy. I don't think a Colts fan has bought a quarterback jersey since Peyton Manning or Andrew Luck, probably.
Yep.
I would say since Andrew Luck retired, with I think it's been 1 year rentals for quarterbacks. Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, 1 year starts before they retired.
I
Maybe
don't
Anthony
see Daniel
Richardson when he was
Jones
drafted.
retiring after this.
No, I mean if he keeps playing like this, he's earned himself another contract with Indy.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Is he on
Absolutely.
a 1 year right now? Is that what it is?
It's a 1 year prove it deal. Yeah.
And he's proven it so far. I mean, I don't know if he beats the Chargers, but that's gonna. Weirdly, that the Week 4 matchup of the week, in my opinion, is the 3-0 Colts versus the 3-0 Chargers. Who saw that one coming?
Ooh.
That's
That's an interesting
spicy.
So we
Yep.
will definitely get to that when we get to our picks. But we have one more thing to talk about today, and it's unfortunately it's just football drama. It came out.
This is funny.
It
This is
funny.
just funny.
It
I
is
think it's
very
funny,
funny.
yeah.
I heard about
Ego
this.
gets in the way of everything.
I heard
Yep.
about this when I was watching like Pat McAfee talk about it when during the draft, Deion Sanders, who's Shadour's dad, told everybody that they called up both the Eagles and the Ravens saying, "Hey, don't draft my son because I want him to be a starter and I want him to play somewhere where he's going to win games." For some reason, he didn't think it was good enough for his son to sit behind another quarterback and learn for a couple years before going in and playing and being
Maybe
the
getting a
starter in a
shot,
few
yeah.
years, right? Not the Jordan
right.
Love treatment, not the J.J. McCarthy treatment or whoever else you want to compare him to. No, even Patrick Mahomes sat for a year before starting, if you didn't know.
Correct.
And so that, yeah, he's literally like, I want my son to be thrown into the fire. And guess what? He gets drafted by the Browns, not even as their first option, drafted by the Browns to sit behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel.
The Browns' second quarterback of the draft.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's really
Yikes.
ironic to me. Who's like, his quote says, "I've never sat on the bench and said I've learned a lot." Or he says, "I've never sat on the bench and said that I've learned a lot today." Who learns sitting on the bench? Which is such a brain dead thing to say, right? So
They
I
got
don't know.
those tablets.
You think you
They
sit
can
there
just
and watch, right?
watch on the bench and just look at it, right?
I can't believe that you get to the biggest stage in all of football and think that you're all that. I just listen. If you even get a chance to play in the NFL, you take that as a blessing. No, I don't know anyone else who's come to the NFL thinking that they're all that in a bag of chips and then became all that in a bag of chips. The guys who
I mean,
proved
that was
this-
Dion. That was Dion. He was all that in a bag of chips coming into the draft, and then he proved it. And so
And so he
Jordan
just
got
thinks
him from his
he just
dad.
thinks that for his son.
Yeah, I mean it's worked for Dion his whole life, you know. So he's gonna pass it along. So that's fine. I mean Dion was that guy, and then proved to be that guy. So,
But I'd also make the argument that was a different NFL than what we have now. The
Oh, yeah,
NFL
of
we
course.
have now
Yep,
is
that's a good point.
is harder, it's faster, it's tougher. You don't score points easily in the National Football League unless you're the Detroit Lions, you know? Apparently. Sorry, Noah.
That is true. Man,
So, I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there as a little talking point. But hey, I would not mind sitting behind Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts and sitting there, gain money, win football games for my team, and then know that someday I'm going to be able to step into that role and hopefully play as good as they do because I learned from them in training camp and from practice. And why would you not want to go learn from someone who is great so that when you get your shot, you can prove that you're as good as everyone says, and even better because now you have that extra bit of training.
who
absolutely.
knows? But you know, here's your reward: third string on the Browns.
I mean, like, would you rather be thrown into a kitchen without any formal training and be like, well, now you have 400 guests to serve, good luck? Or would you want to like learn from Gordon Ramsay when he's not yelling at you and then slowly get into that groove before he hands you the reign of the kitchen, and then you get to just have your own restaurant, you know?
I'm sure I can make 400 PB&Js to serve to the guests. I'm sure I can do it.
What's that? 3 lobster tails and a side of dinner rolls?
No!
Mac and cheese it is!
Kraft mac and cheese out of the box. That's what we're serving.
Yep.
Can someone get me more Kraft mac and cheese? We're running low.
We need more butter. Quick, go to the store.
What do you mean
We
use a
need more
substitute?
brown bags for the lunches.
We're out of milk? That's okay. I'll substitute with eggnog.
No.
Okay, see,
No.
I only say that because I've done it before. It makes it
That's
so like
crazy.
thick. It's
Did you manage to keep it down?
yeah, no, it was all right. I didn't hate it.
Ugh.
I need a palate cleanser.
Take a shot. No, just kidding.
Nasty.
All right, I'm gonna
That's
look
crazy.
at the NFL scores. Is there anything else notable that we didn't pick out that we should have?
I mean,
No, not
Cincinnati and New England couldn't hold on to the ball.
No, they
Oops.
definitely couldn't.
No.
We talked about all the
Thank-
blocked field goals. The Rams should have won that game, but lost because of like some voodoo blocked field goal by the Eagles. And I really thought the Rams were gonna win. They
Wasn't
had
that 2 in a
huge
row
lead.
that the Rams? 2 in a row that the Rams were trying to do a field goal and it was both blocked by the Eagles. Like that. That's
Did that
crazy.
I think the
last
Eagles.
year?
I do think the
I
Eagles.
thought they happened twice.
No, the Eagles got
In
2 blocked
this
field goals
game.
in the game. Yeah, Eagles got 2
Yeah.
blocked field goals in the game.
Interesting. Yeah, but I'll give it to the Eagles. Like I called them check down merchants and running back for quarterback, and Jalen Hurts throws for 3 touchdowns. Okay, yeah, maybe the Eagles are good. I hate to say it, but they looked pretty good.
Speaking of blocked field goals, give it up for the Jets, everyone. Got a blocked field goal, but still
the Jets
lost the
got a blocked
game.
field goal.
Blocked
They
field
still
goal
lost the
for
game,
a
though.
touchdown and still lost the game.
Oh.
Yep.
But, you know, the Buccaneers are now playing the Eagles, I think, this upcoming week. So that's going to be another 2-3-0 teams going against each other. That's going to be another game of the week. So that'll be interesting to look at. The Steelers-Patriots was boring. Sorry to say it. Commanders-Raiders was also boring. Marcus Mariota looked great, though. Shout out my boy.
Oh yeah. Marcus Mariota looked
The Texans are
looked
still
great out there.
terrible. The backup bowl, the Vikings blew them out, not because Carson Wentz slung the ball for 1,000,000 yards, but because the Vikings defense actually showed up, or maybe the Bengals offense is really that bad. And then surprisingly, the Bears looked good, which I hate to say because
I think that's more on Dallas's defense.
I hope
than
it's on
the Bears'
Dallas's defense because the Packers play them next, and if the Bears put up 31 and the Packers are putting up 60.
Fun fact of that game: that is the first game in Caleb Williams' career that he wasn't sacked.
Wow.
Yeah,
It is also
and you
probably-
know,
no,
you
go
know
ahead.
the Cowboys could really use an edge. You know, I wonder if they could have signed someone.
Well, they do have some extra first-round picks over the next couple of years, and they can potentially use that on a first-round
I
edge
don't
rusher.
know. I'm sure they can scheme up some pressure.
Oh
to
yeah,
get some
no,
checks
that's
that
all
way.
it is. Just
I'm
scheme
sure-
it. Just
Oh, yeah.
Jerry Jones knows how to do that really well, right?
Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones!
Jerry Jones has to do that, and then later be like, "Oh, you can have him. It's fine." You know?
I always say this about Caleb Williams, though, is that I don't think he's a bad quarterback. He has a really high ceiling because I've seen some of his mobility and the passes that he can pull off. But he also has like a really low floor because he will absolutely overthrow a receiver that's 5 yards in front of him by a mile, and he'll just throw it into the dirt often. But yeah, this game against the Cowboys really showed his highest ceiling. 4 touchdowns, I think, is the highest he had in one game in his career so far. And yeah, he looked okay. So
Did
will
you
the
see the
Chicago
flea
Bears
flicker
continue
play?
this? Probably not. But
Did you see the flea flicker play?
I did the flea
I
flicker
saw
that
that.
went
So-
to the
so-
moon.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
Caleb Williams, he's got the ball, right? It's like, all right, here you go, buddy. And toss, like, running back's got it. He's gonna, like, all right, here we go. Toss it in the back.
Just launched it up
Coming
there.
down. Coming down. Oh,
Got-
there it is.
got the
No,
flea
no,
flicker
that
ready?
ball was in the air for so long.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
It
That ball was in the air for
it-
too much
it
time.
took 3 business days to come back down to earth.
The irony is that I think the pitch back to the quarterback had a better chance to be intercepted than the launch downfield.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, do you want
let's go ahead.
to get into the picks for this week and see how we're feeling about each game?
Picks and then power rankings? Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I don't even look at power rank. Oh yeah, our power rankings, our top 5.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
no one
Our
has a
top
game.
5. I have a game. Yay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we hopefully won't spend too long on most of these. We'll probably dissect a little bit into our own teams, but we'll just get some quick picks out there. So the first one, Thursday night game, the Bowl. We've got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals.
I think it's better than the Bowl, but I've got
I mean,
Seahawks.
they're 2-1 teams,
Yeah.
but
I think Seahawks are a better team.
I think the Seahawks are the better team
I
as
agree.
well.
I mean, the Cardinals
agree.
finally played not the worst 2 teams in the NFC South, and they lost. I guess McCorkle Jones injured for his team, but I think Seattle's probably a more complete team at the moment than the injured 49ers. And so
Like, looking at these teams, the Seattle Seahawks, they gauge me as a 3-1 team, and the Arizona Cardinals gauge me as a 2-2 team. So that makes sense if Seattle wins and Arizona loses.
Yep.
All right, so we got
All
that.
in
Noah
agreement?
doesn't even choose. He's like, yeah, what is the Seahawks?
No. I said Seahawks.
Oh,
I said
okay, Seahawks it is. All right. Then we've got the Minnesota Vikings
Goblin,
at the Pittsburgh
Goblin,
Steelers, which is
Goblin,
another...
Goblin.
Oh, yeah, this was the one in the
Goblin.
early morning. I get to just wake up
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
watch football.
this
I don't
one
have
is
to
at
kill
9:30
time.
a.m. Eastern, and it's in
Guys, like 14 hours of uninterrupted football all day long. Oh, I used
What
to
do you
dream
mean?
of
It's
stimulation.
14 hours. It's 14 hours of ads with interruption of football. Come
You're
on, we know
right,
what it
you're right.
is.
I gotta see my
We know what it is.
my
We're
Megan
all-
Trainor with Patrick Mahomes and AI slop.
no.
You know, that's
Yeah,
that's what I watch
and don't
for.
forget Jason Kelsey with more football. He's going, yeah,
More
literally.
football, NFL Sunday ticket.
yeah.
So Minnesota Vikings.
Between these two, yeah, Vikings.
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 Okay. Carson Wentz.
I
I think
think
I think Carson Wentz takes over the main quarterback for like the rest of the season. I think JJ McCarthy might just get sat, to be honest.
We'll see. We'll see how
We'll
it is.
see. All right, then we got Washington Commanders at Atlanta Falcons.
So you cannot trust the Falcons after
I don't trust
putting
the
up
Falcons at
0
all. Zero.
against the Panthers.
0.
And
Yeah.
it's still
Zero.
Marcus Mariota, I think, at quarterback. But I like Marcus Mariota. He can run the ball pretty well. He had that one kind of... He was running the ball and got boop, and the ball just flew into the air like he was back at Oregon. But no, other than that, he played a really solid game.
I've got Commanders.
Commanders.
Yep, Commanders here as well.
All right, next we've got
This is a tough
the
thing.
New
money
Orleans
line on this
Saints at the
one.
Buffalo Bills. We got the Saints, guys. We Saints. This is in Buffalo, by the way. But I
We
hear
talked
the Saints
about
are great.
the money line on this one, plus 900, minus 1,800.
They don't want nobody
Jesus
getting free
Christ.
money. Bro, you gotta bet like $10,000 to get like $30 back.
I'll go Saints. No, I'm just kidding. Bills.
Saints, no.
I think
Okay, Bills.
I'm going Bills.
Yes, Bills.
All right. Then we've got the Cleveland Browns at the Detroit Lions. Now remember, the
My
Browns
God, Joe
the
Flacco.
Browns have a great rush defense, and they did just
Oh,
beat
yeah.
the 2-0 Green Bay Packers, who are the head of the NFC North at the moment. What are we thinking, guys?
I mean, this game is closer percentage-wise than
It is.
Yeah.
It's closer than the Bills game.
Lions.
Yeah, it's the Lions. I hate to say it. It's the Lions.
Joe Flacco. No, Lions.
Come on, my boy Joe Flacco. All
I
right.
love Joe Flacco.
This one I think is actually going to be closer than people realize. We've got the Carolina Panthers at the New England Patriots. Tom, break it down for me.
I mean, first thing I saw when I looked at the New England stats, they have 2 rushes tied for the top rushing leader, and one of them is Drake May. So he's probably just scrambling.
Yep.
Both have 78 yards. And you know, Panthers coming off a good win. You know, a great win, 30-0.
And the Patriots are coming off of a rough loss.
where they fumbled the ball like 4 times.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
it is in Foxborough, but I'm riding the high. I'm snuffing the hopium. Give me my Panthers. Woo!
What do you think, Noah?
I actually will agree with Tom.
Let's go Panthers! We're choosing the Panthers! Let's go!
I actually think the Panthers have a shot against the Patriots, so I'm picking Panthers.
I was going to pick
This will not
Panthers
come
too.
back
I'm glad
to
that
bite us.
we're all in agreement. Let's go. All right. Yeah. All right.
See, Forget about the percent pick for that game. Everyone's picking the Panthers this one. Just like forget about that,
76% pick Patriots.
I was wrong about
Yep.
who the Colts play, by the way. They play the
Yeah, I
other
know.
LA team. So
I
yeah,
know.
thanks for not correcting me earlier. All right,
No,
we've got.
you would have learned eventually.
I learned. It's learned. Okay. Now we've got the 3-0 LA Chargers versus the 0-3 New York Giants. Who do we got, guys? Russell Wilson moonballs.
How was
The
this
Dayton
game?
Triangles. They come back from the dead and play this game as a third team.
How is this game closer than the Browns Lions?
I know, right? Like 96-4 versus what 98-2. Buffalo
Yeah,
Bills 99-1.
I've got Chuck.
That's
I got
crazy.
Jackson Dart. Okay, I got to do this. Jackson Dart first start. Magic could happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to pick the Chargers, but it could happen.
I think Jackson Dart does at least throw a touchdown pass. I think that they get into the end zone more than Russell Wilson did last week. But I also think that the New York Giants defense is terrible, and the Chargers are going to drop 30 plus. So I'm taking the Chargers.
Yep. Also the Chargers. Yep. Mm-hmm. But I do agree with Jackson Dart starting for the Giants, they might do something crazy.
They might. You never know. And they do have a couple of good wide receivers. Like Neighbors is still phenomenal if he doesn't get hurt.
I can't wait for Neighbors to become the best receiver in the league when he leaves the Giants in a few years.
Right? All right, then we've got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both these teams 3-0. This is one of my games of the week to watch out for just because I think it's going to be a good game, but also because I think it's closer than the percentages give it. What do you guys think?
I'll say this about the Bucks: they have won all three of the games from come behind wins. And
That is true.
And I will say this: they don't have of the four teams in the NFC South, they are second in point differential. The Panthers at +7. The Panthers are first at +9. So
I wonder what happened there. Why was that?
So they have to keep the game close, and I think they can.
The thing, here's the thing: all of the Eagles games lately have been close. They've been only winning by a score. They were about to lose against the Rams. They were down by like 2 touchdowns.
I think it was
that is true.
26-9 or something like that. Or 26-7, something like that. I don't know if the Bucks can, just get a lead and, stick around. I think the Eagles will find a way to win this.
Picking the Eagles. Okay.
You're picking the Eagles. So I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna say the Bucks because I do have faith in the Bucks at home. The Buccaneers were one of the only teams to beat the Eagles in the regular season last year, so we know that they have the ability to. Yeah. This is one of those it's not, maybe not 50-50, but it's like 60-40 where the Buccaneers win 40% of the time. But give me that 40% because I feel like Baker Mayfield finds ways to win these games. I think that the Bucks are better than people are giving credit for.
I would just like to clarify. I was just repeating what he said. I picked the Buccaneers also.
Ooh, we picking the Buccaneers.
I picked the Buccaneers over the Eagles.
Yeah.
I just no go birds this week. We're
going Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, my MVP. Sorry, Tom. Bryce Young is number 2.
Fine. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. As long as he's top 5.
Then we have another matchup for another undefeated another perfect season. We got the 0-3 Tennessee Titans at the 0-3 Houston Texans. Who we got?
I picked the Texans, but I'm leaning more towards the Titans now that I'm thinking more about it. I don't know if a CJ Stroud would have. I don't know if a CJ Stroud and the offense of the Texans are going to do as well against the Titans. They haven't really been doing well this season. I just don't think they're going to win this one either. I think this is going to be the first win for the Titans.
Honestly, this is a really bad toss-up. You don't want to pick this. So hold on. Titans head, Texans tails. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails.
It's tails. We're going Texans.
You're going Texans. Who did you choose, Noah?
Titans.
Ooh, you chose Titans. Okay, so
you are the tiebreaker.
You want to know what's really quirky? So although the Titans have given up some of the most points in the league right now, giving up 94 points, the Texans have been unable to score. The Texans are actually one of the lowest scoring offenses in the league right now at only 38. The Titans have actually scored more points than the Texans. So
that's wild.
With that being
wild
said, I'm really not having faith in the Texans. I'm gonna go Titans. I think Cam Ward pulls it off. We're doing another upset, baby.
Let's go.
I thought, not just to be quirky. I for my personal picks, I chose the Titans. I honestly did.
I believe it.
All right, then we've got. I still think this is gonna be a great matchup. The Colts taking on the Rams in L.A. What do we got? The 3-0 Colts or the Rams at home?
This is a good one.
This is a good one because the Rams were literally a blocked field goal away from being 3-0 as well.
Yeah, winning the game. Yeah.
Against really tough teams as well. The Colts have won. The Colts have won against decent teams, but the Rams have been winning or staying close with good teams.
Okay, I will say this: the Colts have scored more points than the Rams this year, and while simultaneously giving up less points than the Rams.
That's a good
Colts
point.
103 points for, 56 against, and the Rams 73 for and 61 against. So, Colts are putting up more points. They're letting less points. I think I'm riding Indiana Jones. Prove it wrong. Yeah. Give me that hat back.
Put on the hat. Let's go.
Let's go Colts.
And I'll say this, like, you have the Colts as well. I was going to say the Colts as well for a third pick there, just because of the fact that, like, yeah, they're riding high. They do have one of the best rushers in the league, and Indiana Jones is not turning over the ball. They're playing good, clean, fundamental football and not making mistakes. The Rams, although they've been elite, have made mistakes, and that's what cost them in a game. They had a great lead, and they let it slip up against Philadelphia, a very winnable game. The Colts are not doing that. The Colts are playing good, clean football, and it's proven to work. So let's go Colts. We might even move them up to number 2 in our power rankings. Maybe number 1.
Yeah, might have to.
Stay tuned and find out. All right, then we've got the 2-1 Jacksonville Jaguars at the 3-0 San Francisco 49ers.
Not a game that there's no clear winner.
No, there isn't. Am I wild for thinking Jacksonville actually wins this? San Francisco's still going.
Really?
McCorkle, Jones. They still don't have George Kittle.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They only scored 16 points against the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals aren't even looking that good. Yeah, I don't think the 49ers are looking all that good. They don't look like a 3-0 team to me right now. I think Seahawks run away with this division, to be honest.
You might have swayed me. I might.
For now.
Maybe and the Jacksonville Jaguars aren't great, but they're consistent, right? They're like one touchdown and one interception every single game.
Yeah, they've been consistent.
I don't know. This one's tough. I mean, I did pick the Jaguars because I don't know if I can McCorkle Jones enough, so I don't know. This is a tough one. So Jaguars.
I'm going Jaguars too. We're some underdogs this week.
Yep. Yeah. My personal pick is 49ers, but I will go with the Jaguars for this pick. So.
I appreciate it. Then we've got one of the big afternoon games, the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. One of these teams is finally going to get back to 2-2, and the other one is going to drop to 1-3. This is a very crucial
One of these
game.
teams is going to be 1-3, which is wild. The thing.
Yep.
People expected these teams to be like 3-0 going into this game to see who stays undefeated, but this is wild.
Yep. Oh God. I mean, my ethic is I picked against the Chiefs, but good grief, I don't think I don't know.
Morals pick against the Chiefs and Homer Simpson pick. Come on.
I know this is come on. This is a Noah Ravens pick all the way.
Yeah. No. I mean, absolutely, I'm picking the Ravens for this. However,
there you go.
However, I do understand that the first 2 games that the Chiefs played this season, they looked a lot worse than they have been, or just the devil magic is no longer with the Chiefs, which if it is, thank God. Their game last week against the Giants, that was an obvious that like the Giants just haven't been, as I said, preseason, the Giants are just going to do their thing, and they did their thing. They let the Chiefs get their first win of the season. So I'm picking the Ravens because it's the Homer Simpson pick, but I do not have high optimism. They have to surprise me this week.
The Ravens got to do their part to keep the Chiefs with a losing record.
Exactly.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
What do you think there, Tom? Oh, did everything freeze?
No,
No.
I'm thinking. I'm
Okay,
thinking
you
here.
both were like
No.
still, and I was like, did my internet go
I was
out?
waiting for Tom to talk.
I was formulating my plot. Yeah, we saw Travis Kelce get into Andy Reid again. You know, I'm sure he's frustrated with the struggle so far compared to what he's used to.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And this might be the year that the Chiefs just finally fall from the top. It's hard to say
God,
at
I
the top.
hope
They've
so.
been up the top for so long.
I hope
Yep.
so.
I don't think the Chiefs so far this year they can't score like the Ravens have been able to.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Ravens have scored 40, 40, and 30 points in the first 3 games.
That's a lot of points.
Chiefs are scoring 20 per game. And so simple math there says the Ravens are going to win. I think the Ravens win this game. I'm picking Ravens.
So too. Let's go. The 3-0 Raven pick.
That worked well last week.
Mm-hmm. All right, then we've got
It sure did.
one of the afternoon games. We got the Chicago Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to go Raiders. I hate the Bears. I don't care.
Wait, hold on. These teams have the exact same money line. That's
They
really
do.
funny.
They are equally as favored because they're equally as bad.
Well, I'm picking the Bears.
Yeah, another coin flip game. Yeah, I'm gonna pick. Geno Smith's looked kind of not too good these last 2 weeks, so I will pick Bears.
You guys are taking the Bears. All right, we're gonna
not against my better judgment, but Bears.
It's it's
Bears.
the coin flip. It's like, oh, one of these guys just threw 4 touchdown passes, and the other one has thrown 4 picks. Okay, well that's yep, it makes sense. I get it. It doesn't help that half of my fantasy team are Raiders players, so it is what it is. I will be cheering for the Raiders because I hate the Bears. But more importantly, I'm going to be cheering for the Packers over the Cowboys this Sunday night in Dallas. Who do we got? Green Bay Packers at the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Browns showing really hurt the Packers for you? Do you think it was just a one-off, or do you really think Dallas is that bad? What are we thinking?
The Dallas Cowboys could not sack Caleb Williams. The first time, and again, his first time in his career that he's not been sacked.
Correct.
That's bad. I mean, they were able to put up 20 points consistently, for the Cowboys. So, it was good for them. But there's also, let's do a little history lesson here. It's in Dallas. And Aaron, how many losses have the Packers had in Dallas?
0. Since the
Let's
building
go!
of that stadium, the Packers have never lost in it, including the Super Bowl from 2011. So 2010 season, 2011.
Huge.
I think the Packers bounce back. I'm picking Packers.
Let's
I'm
go
picking
Packers!
Packers as well. I really think the one game against the Browns was a one-off.
I think so.
A
too.
one-off. So.
And if you're gonna lose a
feel like
game,
they'll bounce back.
if you're gonna lose a game, it better be week 3 against a non-conference opponent.
Exactly.
Yep.
It was literally a nothing game. It was nobody's gonna have bragging rights. The Browns fans are gonna feel good about this, but it's not like we have to hear it from the Bears or the Cowboys,
Yeah.
And then we've got the doubleheader on Monday night. First one up is 2 more teams going for a perfect season. The Jets at the Dolphins.
Oh God.
I hate this one. I don't trust Mike McDaniel with his team at all.
On the other way, I think the Dolphins finally get it going because at least they were able to score points against the Bills. The Jets could not score points, especially with Justin Fields out. So my pick is the Dolphins.
Do we know if Justin Fields is gonna play on Monday?
No clue.
As of recording, we don't know. Oh God.
I've been swayed. I'm picking the Dolphins with this too. I'm curious, Tom, what you would pick if you didn't.
I can't.
Have any idea.
I can't trust the Dolphins. I can't.
You can't.
I can't trust the Jets either. That's the thing.
Tie.
You know what? I'm gonna go Jeets, and I'm going Jeets. Yeah, I'm going cheats because I think if Miami loses to the Jets, I think the
McDaniel's
head
gonna get
coach.
fired.
Yeah, I think he gets fired.
Mike McDaniel gets fired.
I
Yeah,
think
that would be
McDaniels
really
gets
fun.
fired. I think. I mean, if you lose to the Jets and that's how you lose, especially if it's a really bad loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's probably gone.
Yeah.
He might be playing for
believe
it.
that.
He might be playing for his job this week.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yep.
but Noah and I chose the Dolphins, so Dolphins it is. And then the last one, we've got the 2-1 Cincinnati Bengals at the 1-2 Denver Broncos. What do we think?
All right. Here's the Bengals, and this is what they did all last week.
They sure did. I didn't even hear it
dropped
like
it.
hit the ground.
It did it. It landed flat.
Nice.
Yeah, honestly, with the fact that Joe Burrow's going to be out for basically the entire
3
season,
months,
almost the
yeah.
entire season, yeah.
And the Broncos have been in
And-
their games, like they're not
Yes.
being blown out. They're losing by a score.
No,
They've
Yeah.
lost the last 2 games by field goals. Last second field goals.
Yep.
yeah,
So-
I really think
Brandon
just because
Perna.
of the, I really think just because of the situation with the Bengals quarterback, I think the Broncos get this one. There's no
Alright,
doubt in my mind about that.
Broncos it
That's what's
is.
Broncos, yeah.
The total points
52.
tiebreaker, 69.
There you go.
69! Hey, funny number!
69.
Funny number.
All right, that's our picks. If you want to pick correct football games, don't pick what we picked.
Do not pick that.
We picked like 6 underdogs. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm looking through these and I was like, wait,
We had
why
some
did
fun.
we do that?
Well, I'm gonna say for our power rankings, the Colts are #1, baby.
Yo,
I
I'll put the
saw it.
Colts. I'll put them at number 2. How's that sound?
Fair enough.
The
I saw
Eagles
it at
still got to
3.
be number 1 because
No, Bills. Bills number 1.
You're right. The Bills are 3-0 and they're going 17-0. Number 1
Bills
Bills.
number 1.
Yeah,
Number
Bills,
2
number 2
Colts.
I have
number,
Eagles,
number
too.
3 Eagles.
I have
I-
Eagles and Colts switch, but that's
I-
fine.
I'm gonna confidently put the Colts at number 2. Do you agree, Noah? Colts at number 2?
Colts #2. Yes.
Overruled.
fine.
Colts at number 2. Eagles
Ah.
at 3.
Now this is
no.
4 and 5 is where it gets spicy. You know who I have at 4? I have Chargers at 4.
I was gonna say Chargers
You know,
at 4.
I vote yes.
Chargers
I
at
definitely agree
4.
with that.
I'm not even gonna
You
put
go
it
3
at
and
5. So what other?
You go 3-0 and it's all divisional games. Yeah, you go.
I know.
Yeah,
Our
absolutely.
top 4 right now are all 3-0. So at number 5, I say we put another 3-0 team. I would love to
Buccaneers.
put. Huh?
It's either the Bucks or the 49ers. I don't.
Yeah, Buccaneers.
I would
I don't
put
think I-
Buccaneers. If not, I'm not gonna put the Lions up there because the Packers beat the Lions and they technically have the same record, even though the Lions look good. But I'm not gonna put the Packers up there because they just did a horrible loss to the Browns. So do we put the Browns up there? What do you guys think? Number 5 Browns.
God no.
no,
No.
hell no.
God no. You should put the Panthers up there before the Browns. At least the Panthers.
True.
What if
Yes,
Panthers
that's
at
a
number
fair
5? Number 5
Yes.
Panthers.
No.
Is the
No,
Panthers. Let's
no.
go.
I'll put
No,
Buccaneers.
in
What
all
do we-
seriousness, I have the Lions in.
you have the Lions at number 5.
Okay.
No, what do you think?
Mm,
I
yeah,
vote Buccaneers at number 5. What
No,
do-
no,
do you think?
I really think Buccaneers too, just because they're
Just for
they're the other
for the
3-0
funds.
team.
You
Yeah.
know
For
what?
the
Our
funds.
consolation 6 pick can be the Lions. How's that sound?
Sure.
Lions
There you
/
go.
Packers, because I know the Packers had a rough deal, but they beat the Lions. So you can't put the Lions over the Packers because the Packers beat them. So we'll put the Packers / Lions.
How are you gonna put the Packers up there when they lost to the Browns?
Okay, listen. All right, but they beat the Lions. You can put the Lions up there. We're gonna keep a narrative.
Yep.
You lost to the Browns in an ugly game. At least the Lions were competitive.
Okay, but when the
somewhat.
Lions lose to the Browns this week, we're gonna have to reevaluate this list. All right.
Then both of your teams
Absolutely.
are going into the
They're
20s.
both, and then the
Oh,
Browns are
man.
gonna be number 3, baby, right
Oh,
behind the
no,
Colts.
don't say that.
Absolutely.
Don't say that. That's incredible. That's
So these are our
incredible.
power rankings. Agree or disagree? I
disagree.
I agree. 100%. Best teams in the league right here.
I
All
love
right.
that.
Anything else we want to say before we wrap? Oh no, we got Noah's game. Noah, what's
Noah's
you got a
game.
game?
Get a game.
He's got a
I
game.
finally figured something out. I finally figured something out. This is great. So, we had the shutout victory from the Panthers winning without the Falcons score or
Atlanta, yeah.
scoring anything. So
Yeah.
I decided to do a little bit of research to see who else has done this. Who else has done shutouts, and not necessarily just like very
7-0
basic,
or
just
3-0.
yeah, no, like high scoring ones. So. There's 5 of them, but we're going to do one as a practice round that's not part of the 5. So, in 2024, this team defeated the Saints 34-0.
I know this one.
Yeah,
I know this
yeah.
one. I know this one. I know this one. Pick me,
Go
pick
ahead.
me, pick me.
Go ahead.
It was the Green Bay mother-loving Packers at Lambeau Field on a Monday night. I almost went to that
There
game.
you go. So, that's sort of the example. That's sort of the example. These won't be in any particular order. I'm just
So
gonna
are these
put them
is
out
the
there.
ground rule like the most scoring, like the top 5 most scoring, or is it just the ones that happen?
This is the top 5, the most scoring,
the biggest
shutouts.
blowouts. Wow.
Yeah, biggest blowouts. Yeah, I will actually go in order, starting at number 5.
Or can we just like
52-0.
that was number 5?
52-0.
Can you tell me the year?
The year was 2014.
This was recent. 50.
This was 2014.
Like I'm thinking of high scoring games. I know that the Dolphins had that 70-point game, and then the Raiders had that
70-20.
Yeah, and then the Raiders had a 63-point game, but neither of those were shutouts. So I'm trying to think. In 2014,
Would it help if I gave a little bit of stats about the game without revealing?
Just tell us who
names of the
lost.
players?
Tell us who lost.
Okay, the Raiders lost this game.
No, I
The
believe
Raiders
that.
lost.
The Raiders
2014. Which is what
was it the Chiefs?
divisional?
Hold on, Aaron, go first.
Was it the Chiefs?
You said Chiefs. No, Tom, what'd you say?
You
I also said Chiefs.
You also said Chiefs. It's not the Chiefs.
Man,
Okay.
that seems like a Chiefs thing to do, especially in 2014.
It's just yeah, that was the start of the dominance.
That was like the Alex, what's his name? Was it
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith, that's
Alex
the one.
Smith,
I was about to
yeah.
say Jones. I was like, that's not right.
No, we don't like Alex Jones.
It's
around here,
a
that's for
different
sure.
Alex.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
totally
goodness.
see the Raiders getting blown out. Was it the Chargers? Did the Chargers
Same
pick that up?
conference?
Not the Chargers.
Was
Same
it,
conference?
Was it within the AFC?
I don't know the conference off the top of my head.
That's okay.
I don't know the conferences off the top of my head.
Okay, give us some of those stats.
So there was one person that was at the start of the game, ranking up 164 total yards and 3 touchdowns, including an 89-yard sprint.
Oh, was that rushing?
Yes.
Okay. An 80. Was it the Titans?
No, I
Man.
believe you're in the same division now.
The same division. So it's like within the Texans, the
Jacksonville.
Jaguars, the Colts.
Colts?
That's that division.
Not the Colts.
Okay, so it
Not
wasn't
not same
no.
division.
Not the same division. I need to pull up these divisions. So I
just bring up have them on one screen and then like the stats
Yep.
on the other. How do I not remember who blew out the Raiders in 2014? Just as a
That was 12. That was 11 years ago. Like I can't remember what happened yesterday.
I know that's true. My dad would know this like off the top of his head. He would
Oh, yeah.
absolutely know. I'm just start choosing teams. Was it the Dolphins?
Steelers, Dolphins,
not the Dolphins, Steelers, not the Steelers.
Patriots.
No, hold on. I'm trying to get the. Where are they on this list?
You're trying to find the division.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the.
Who was good
division
in
that they're in.
2014? I know the Packers were
NFC,
good, but they weren't that good.
I will give you the division, the NFC West.
NFC West, Niners,
No.
Was it the Seahawks?
Cardinals, Seahawks,
Mm-mm.
Rams. That's all 4 of them.
It was the
It
Rams.
was the
Oh my
Rams.
God.
The 2014 Rams.
The Rams won against the Raiders in 2014. 52-0.
52 to wow. Was that when Jared Goff was still on the Rams?
Doesn't say.
Do you have the stats
the
though?
the person with the
was it
stat
Todd
was
Gurley?
Trey Mason.
Trey
Trey
Mason?
Mason.
Not even Todd Gurley?
No. Also, Jared Goff was drafted in 2016, so
Yeah.
he was not on. He was not on the Rams.
He wasn't on
yet.
the Rams. Who's the quarterback for the Rams in 2014? I couldn't even tell you.
Okay,
Was.
next one.
All right, next one.
Another 52-0
Yeah.
from 1972.
The Dayton
The-
Triangles?
No, the losing team was the Patriots.
Was it the Steelers? Did the Steelers whoop
No.
the Patriots?
No,
72. Oh God.
72.
As
Who
good
was
as
even playing back then?
1972.
Now I know how I feel. Now you guys.
Yeah, I know. You're
But-
like,
You
what?
know how we feel with your
Yeah.
games, right?
Yeah. Hey, it's fun though.
It
So,
is
you know,
fun. It's
fun.
fun to guess. Can you tell us, like, is it NFC or
Conference.
AFC? Do you happen to know that?
It's AFC. Let me confirm
Oilers.
that real quick.
The
No,
Oilers,
yeah,
were they?
it's AFC, and it's not the Oilers.
Oilers. Yeah,
Was
I
it the
thought- I
Buffalo
thought that was-
Bills?
Nope. You're in the right division, though, Aaron. You're in the right division.
There's no way it was
You
the
don't tell me
Jets,
the
though.
Don't tell me the
The
Jets.
Jets?
not the
Okay,
Jets.
Well, I said the
The
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Wait, did I say the
Oh,
Dolphins?
oh, did you say the Dolphins?
No, I
Because
said
that's
the
correct.
Dolphins
Oh,
last
oh.
time. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Is it the
Dolphins,
Dolphins
yeah.
this time?
It's the Dolphins this time. Yes.
Was it
It
Dan
said the
Marino?
19
Was that Dan Marino?
1972.
No, I don't see that.
Dan
I see
Marino play?
Mercury Morris and Jim Plunkett, I guess.
You said this was the 1972 season,
Yeah, Dan
right?
Marino didn't play for
Yes.
another 11 years.
Yeah.
Dan Marino was
19
9 years old at the time.
This the only
1972.
undefeated season in the NFL. Yeah, the only undefeated season in the NFL. They blew out the Patriots 50.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
You know, Dolphins fans pop champagne once every team loses a game, and
Yep,
It
so that
goes
they
on
know that
another
they
year.
still have the only
Yeah.
undefeated season. Yep. I've heard that.
I love that.
All right, give us
Okay,
another one,
next, number 3, 58-0
Okay.
from 2012.
Why were these so recent?
Who lost?
It is recent.
Okay, who
The
lost?
The Cardinals lost this game.
Was this one the Green Bay Packers?
No,
The Packers were good.
but
that
you
year,
are
too.
in the right conference.
Okay.
It's
National
an
Football
NFC
League.
team.
Who was
Did
good?
the
in-
Niners beat the ever loving snot out of the Cardinals?
What year? It was
Wasn't-
2012.
2012. Yes,
It wasn't the Niners.
Seattle?
The Niners were good that year. Was it Seattle?
it was. It was Seattle.
Yeah,
yes.
because Seattle was also good that year. Was that like the beginning of the Russell Wilson era?
I
Yeah,
believe
think
so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me look at-
Marshawn Lynch and Richard Sherman were the ones that were on there. Yes, you have his
Literally
jersey.
the Marshawn. That's when I had this. I'm not
Yes.
kidding. This wasn't planned. That's insane. No, because I worked
I
at
love that.
Nike in 2000 and it was 2012 that I worked for Nike. That's when I got this
Yep.
jersey.
There you go.
That
there
was
you
from
go.
that year. That's crazy.
All right, 2 more. 1976.
Okay.
That's when the Declaration of Independence was signed.
50 years ago. Okay.
59-0. The Falcons lost this game.
Well, the Panthers didn't exist yet,
Definitely
so
Mm-mm.
I think this was NFC Central. So was it the Packers?
Wasn't the Packers?
Was it the
no.
Bears?
Wasn't the Bears.
I was gonna say the
Oh.
Bears
Was
used to
not
be
the
good back
Bears.
then. They always talk about the '85 Bears, the one good team they had.
We in the league
Mhm.
conference.
How do we even know what were the
yeah.
conferences back then?
Yeah, exactly. What were the conferences? I will say
Is it a team that's in the league now?
yes.
Okay.
It is a team that's in the league now. Yes.
Cowboys.
Not the Cowboys.
The Colts.
I will mention that this team has already been on this list. You've already said this team.
Like
Or you've already guessed this team.
We've
Seahawks.
guessed this team, or
It's not the Seahawks.
Rams.
was it the Rams?
It is the Rams. It
Was,
is the
was
Rams.
it the St. Louis? Were they LA back then? The LA Rams?
Had to be
Yeah,
LA.
Los Angeles Rams.
Let's
before they- I guess
go.
because before they moved to St. Louis and then went back to Los Angeles. So,
Mhm.
all right, last one.
Last one, the number 1 overall blowout in NFL history.
59-0
Jeez.
from 2009.
Crispy.
who
The
lost?
Titans. The Titans lost this game.
Was it the Saints? Did the Saints win? I was thinking.
I'm thinking 09. That's Manning and Brady was the
Yep.
Patriots.
It was the Patriots.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking like because those were the prime years for quarterbacks. So the one that jumped to my mind was who was the Saints quarterback? The guy that
Drew Brees.
I was thinking Drew Brees initially because I was like he literally is like up there for most passing yards. He was quietly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
I think for a time he had the passing yard record.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brady played like 2-3 more seasons. And so.
Yep. So that makes sense. That's Brady prime, even though literally all of his years were Brady prime.
Yep.
Seriously.
So there you go.
That was a fun one. Thank you for sharing that one.
59-0 was the largest blowout of any NFL game.
So far.
I'm waiting for the 60-0.
Wait for the Packers this Sunday night against the Cowboys.
Imagine. Well, that was fun, Noah. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
It was a good one. Well, that's going to be it, though. Let me know what your guys' predictions are in the comments. Leave a like if you made it this far in the video. Subscribe or don't. That's fine. Anything else you guys want to add?
Football!
Let's go Seahawks! Let's go!
Let's go Seahawks!
Let's go!
Yeah.